Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Call of Duty Vanguard video. My name is G. Thank you all so much for stopping by the channel here today. And guys, we are here today testing out the newest addition to the SMG class division, the H4 Blixen. Now the H4 Blixen is a pretty interesting gun, and I'm just going to come out right forward and say it. This gun is really bad at the very beginning, and unfortunately that doesn't really change very much at the end of the gun's level cap. The H4 Blixen is a 3-shot gun with it doing a decent 34 damage per bullet, and although that might sound good, unfortunately, the H4 suffers from having one of the worst RPMs and bullet velocity in all the SMGs, and that is super disappointing. This gun is really frustrating to use at the beginning, and the only saving grace is the fact that you do actually unlock both fleet and quick rather quickly to compensate its extremely lackluster RPM. Here's my final class setup, and upon just glancing at it, you might be asking, but G, why are you lowering the H4's damage with the 7.62 Garand 50 round magazine? And the answer to that is because this gun's RPM and bullet velocity is pure ass. That's why. The combination of the recoil booster and the Johnson, I'm pronouncing that correctly, 9 RMK and the 7.62 Garand 54 round magazine, the H4 Blixen's RPM does go up to 810 or 811 RPM if you want to round up. To put that into perspective, that's barely surpassing the M1928's 800 RPM at base state. You want another example? How about this one? So putting into perspective, that's not even surpassing the PPHS's 952 RPM at base state or the Armageddon's amazing 1000 RPM at base state. The H4 Blixen really needs a helping hand, which is why I did compromise a bit of damage to get that terrible RPM, which then makes this gun into a 4-shot SMG, which in turn doesn't make this gun all that good. It's an okay gun, it's pretty decent, but there are just way too many downsides to it to even make it into a top tier gun. It's not totally horrible, but it's just barely scraping the acceptable threshold, saving it from falling into the bad tier list. I've been seeing a lot of reviews, a lot of YouTubers pretty much claiming that this gun is broken. I honestly don't know what gun they're using, what game they're playing, because this gun is nowhere near broken status or even top tier status. So whether they're just doing that to kind of clickbait people, I'm not sure, because for what I'm playing, using this gun, it definitely isn't nowhere near that, that level of competitiveness. I think the MP40, the PPSH, the Welgun, and any other SMG that isn't, I would say maybe the own gun, would pretty much mop the floor with this gun, in all honesty. A very underwhelming SMG, and if this is the last SMG that we ever get in Call of Duty Vanguard's life cycle, that's going to be a very sad way to end our SMG journey. In all honesty, mostly all the SMGs in Call of Duty Vanguard suffer from the same fate of them just feeling really underwhelming. They're definitely the weakest SMGs I've ever experienced in any Call of Duty title, so I guess we can't really be all that surprised here. With all that being said, let's go ahead and quickly wrap up this gun's review video by giving the newest addition to the game its final verdict. The H4 Blixen is a pretty underwhelming and lackluster gun, one that I can't really see anyone willingly trying to continue to use after completely maxing it out and getting the camos. Like I mentioned earlier, the MP40, the PPSH, and the Welgun will completely annihilate this gun. The H4 Blixen is nowhere near as good as those SMGs, and for that reason, I'm going to have to give this gun a 4 out of 10. It's just way too weak and way too slow, with a lot of things having to be compromised to barely make it remotely competitive. Alright, so with that being said, fellers, let's go ahead and just end this video right here. Again, I just want to say thank you all so much for taking the time off your day to watch this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help the homie G out tremendously with the YouTube's algorithm. And hey, if you're feeling generous today, consider subscribing. We do play a lot of FPS games on this channel, and it's completely free with no strings attached. So you ever figure that my personality just sucks, or maybe just my content sucks, you can always unsubscribe, no harm feelings. But with that being said, y'all, I'll see you all on the next video. Alright, peace out.